You know what I'm saying? Hello, everyone. What's going on? It's Yaga here, and welcome to Yaga Rambles. It is Wednesday, January 6th. Woo! What an interesting day, man. I got to hang out with my mother. That was fun. We went antiquing. For those of you who know me, know I go antiquing. We had a good time, man. We had a fucking scare, though. Coming back, I'm driving, right, and I go into the right-hand turn lane, and there's a whole bunch of cars just backed up, right? And I'm screaming down the right-hand turn lane, and this guy all tried to cut right in front of us, and I had to fucking slam on the brakes and swerve. I think my mom had a heart attack. She was freaking out. And, yeah, that upset her. My mom's lets the anxiety get the best of her sometimes. But we're okay. Everything was fine. Just some fucking douchebag. You know, some guy was letting him in. We're all good. So no worries. Oh, man. Oh, I got some great stuff from Amazon today. I got my Thanos Imperative set, some of my Marvel Legends that I collect. It is fucking awesome. Although, I am a little bit disappointed in Amazon. They fucking sent this package, and there was no packing. There was nothing. They threw the box that I got inside another box and just taped it. There was nothing else in there. So, I was a little upset because, you know, it was a more expensive kind of collector's thing that I wanted. But I mean, I'm taking the stuff out of the box, but what the fuck, man? I know it's free shipping, but shit, put some goddamn fucking packing in there. It's like the box is all kind of jacked up and shit. I mean, if I was doing this, if I was an always in-box collector, I'd be really pissed and calling these guys back and sending that shit back and be like, I want my money back or I want fucking another one. So, aside from that, oh, it's fucking sweet, man. Oh, it's fucking sweet. I love Amazon, dude. Who doesn't love Amazon? God damn, I buy so much shit off of Amazon, it's ridiculous. I buy tons of stuff off of there. Usually you can find some pretty good deals, pretty good prices, you know, on all kinds of shit. So, yeah. And how about you guys? You guys on Amazon? Yeah. I'm sure there's a lot of Prime members. You get that 2-day shipping on most stuff, and there's videos and shit that you can get and all kinds of things like that. Goddamn cell phone! Oh, man. Yeah, I don't take my own advice when I say if you're ever recording a video or podcast, whatever the fuck you're doing, turn off your phone. I didn't. Shame on me for not listening to myself. Woo! Oh, goodness, man. So, yeah, Amazon. You know what else I got to get on Amazon for you collectors out there? That they got those new Batman animated series figures. Holy shit, have you seen those? Those are fucking sweet, dude. If you watched Batman the Animated Series back in the 90s was fucking amazing, and they just came out recently with the figures, released them, and they're pretty cool looking, so I'm going to have to gradually, you know, pick those up. I mean, I focus mostly on my Marvel stuff, but those for DC are cool because that fucking cartoon was sweet. Let's be honest. The Batman animated series was fucking, it was dark, awesome. Harley Quinn introduced for the first time, you know. Fucking great series. Two-Face, Clayface. But those figures are pretty cool, man. If you're into DC and you like that show, go check those out, man. They got them on Amazon right now. For a good price. Fuck, what the hell? Oh, yeah. I just had a brain fart, man. Totally went blank. I had like Star Wars. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so today marks Star Wars as the highest grossing movie of all time. It beat out Avatar. Yes, it did. And I'm not surprised. I actually saw that coming. Because this whole year, I mean, everything Star Wars was so much fucking merchandise, like that Force Friday. I don't know if you guys remember that a few months back, where they had stores opening up at all kinds of godforsaken hours of the night to sell Star Wars shit. And, I mean, just the merchandising alone was ridiculous this year for it. And I knew it. I'm like, regardless of how the movie was going to turn out, it's a great movie. I saw it. It was wonderful. But regardless of how it was, I knew, like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, this fucking movie's going to be bigger than Avatar. I'm like, this is going to be the highest grossing movie ever. And done. Today, it is official. It did it. So, fuck yeah. Here comes 2 more Star Wars. Here comes a whole shit ton more Star Wars stuff. I think that's the only thing I don't like about... I love Star Wars. I just don't like all the merchandise. Like, it's a little too much. Like, there's just, like, fucking Star Wars everything now. And when I like... You know, I've always been that kind of guy. When something gets way too popular, I start to diminish a little bit of my interest in it, you know? I'm like, okay, now that everybody likes it, it's like, you know, I don't know. Because I'm not, you know, I don't know. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? If something gets too big, I kind of step back and go, yeah, I don't think I'm into it anymore. I mean, I love it. Star Wars is good. It's just, it's too much shit, man. Too many shirts, too much. There's a whole crap ton of toys, pop figures, fucking everything now. And I don't know. It's just a little over merchandise. I mean, it's great. It's a smart thing to do. Like fucking, yeah, that's how you do it, man. Just merchandise. Make everything out of anything, you know. Mugs, t-shirts, fucking everything. So, I don't know. So, that's no surprise that movie is the highest grossing movie. And it's only been out fucking, you know, a few weeks. It's already blown out Avatar, so that means it's probably going to be a tough one. Like, from now on, there probably will only have to be another Star Wars movie to beat this Star Wars movie as far as how much it earns in the box office. So, oh man, and you know, I'm excited about movies this year because we got a lot of good fucking movies coming out as far as, like, you know, comic book movies, man. We got Batman vs. Superman coming out soon. Captain America Civil War, that's coming out in May. That looks fucking good. I watched the official trailer, and that one looks great. You see, you know, if you haven't seen the trailer, it's great. Go watch it now. YouTube that shit and see, you know, Captain America and Bucky kicking the shit out of Iron Man. Like, that's fucking awesome. It just looks like a good movie. I really was a fan of the second Captain America, Winter Soldier. I thought that was a fucking, like, it was just a good movie, like a comic book movie, and the action was fucking phenomenal. You know, so like Captain America Civil War is gonna be like Avengers 3. I mean, they got a whole ton of Avengers characters in there, so you know it's all setting it up for the Infinity Wars that are coming, you know, in a couple of years. But it looks good. I think it's gonna be good. Batman vs. Superman, still not too convinced that that's going to be amazing. It's probably going to do really well. I think I know it's going to do well because people just want to see it. You know, they want to see the Batman, Superman in the same movie together and all that shit. They just want to see it. You know, it's like anything. Like when I was a kid and I used to watch the cartoons of like X-Men and things. I'm like, God, man, I wish it would be so cool to see this in like real life. That's why people, I think that's why comic book guys like Stan Lee got into the business, because they wanted to put their imagination onto paper and they manifested it there because they could draw it. And then decades later, with the help of good technology and, you know, somebody backing them out financially, they were able to take real life people, put them into movies, add those effects and add all the superpowers, and bam, it's like pretty, like if it was like right now, you know, like I used to fantasize about being Iron Man, you know, having a badass fucking Iron Man suit that you could just jump into, go flying and kick the shit out of things. I mean, that's awesome. Who wouldn't want that? And you know, when you watch these movies today, all the superhero movies are just, it's like 60 years worth of, oh my God, I've been waiting to see this, like, in the flesh, in person, and bam, now it's happening. So that's why, in my opinion, I think comic books are just the comic book movies are so successful right now, is that reason. Seeing them like that up on the big screen with all the effects, you know, and a lot of the effects, if they do it right, they don't look fucking fake as shit, you know, it looks good, you know, energy blasts and the action scenes and all that good stuff. So, Dawn of Justice, I don't know, I'm not too excited about it. You know, I'm a more of a Marvel guy than DC, but I love Batman. Batman's the shit. Batman was, I always loved Batman ever since a kid. I can honestly say I think Batman, the original Tim Burton movie, was the first comic book movie that I ever watched. And I remember when it came out in 1989, I was 5. And I remember it came out on VHS, and we were at the video store, and I believe I begged my mom to buy it, and loved it. Fucking, I was watching that when it first came out, you know, so that right there started it, and then, of course, again, with the animated series, man, fucking animated series was great. Batman's like the best thing that DC has to offer by far, but this is what I believe in comic books. You know, without DC, I prefer Marvel over DC. This is how I figure it. DC laid the groundwork, you know, they're the ones that started the whole comic book thing, and then Marvel, you know, just kind of perfected it. You know what I mean? They saw what DC was doing and just made it better. You know, that's kind of how things go in life. Someone starts something, and eventually somebody else comes along, takes what they had, turns into something even better with also having respect for it. Like, I respect the hell out of DC and those Golden Age comics, because without that, we wouldn't have Marvel, we wouldn't have all those great fucking characters, we wouldn't have X-Men, Avengers, and all that stuff. We wouldn't have any of that shit if it wasn't for DC Comics and stuff like that. So I recognize that. So fucking A. Man, January sucks. I tell you, man, you're probably going to hear a lot of these podcasts because fucking January blows. It's finally feeling, you know, going to be like 4 degrees out next week. Yay, an Arctic blast, some polar vortex thing that they talk about, which is probably some new you know, they were talked about that a lot last year. The polar vortex coming out. I'm like, is that something new? Did we just make that up? I don't know. I'm not a weatherman, so don't quote me on that. Fuck. I don't know if they pulled that term out of its ass. It's a real thing. I know it's a real thing, but I'm just saying that I never really heard it in the first 30 years of my life till like some point last year when we had all this Arctic cold coming down from the polar ice caps or some shit. Fucking A. Oh, God. Yeah, I've been really good so far this month. I've been trying to... Fucking holidays, you know what that did to me was... I ate too much sugar. And I am so fucking doughy, man. I'm doughy right there in the gut. But the last 5-6 days I've been eating well. Just cutting sugars down. You know, like I killed a bag of Hershey's Kisses in like 2 days. And, fucking chocolate's weakness. And and so I gotta watch it, man. You know, I was doing more research and filling my head with stuff about how there's like this chemical in bread and fucking something here. Hold on a sec. It's azotocarbonamide, whatever that is. Well, watch out for that shit. You know, don't eat that. It's like a thing they have in plastics in a lot of places like McDonald's, Wendy's, Chick-fil-A, all have it in their breads. But if you go to the store and buy breads, look for that. And if it has it, don't eat it. It really fucks you up your gut. So I'm trying to be health conscious is what I'm saying, people. And, keep it to less sugars, man. Sugar's the death of me. Sugar's the death of everybody in this country, I think. Why are we so fucking huge? Because everything is jam-packed with sugar. Everything. Even the healthy shit. They're like, have some yogurt. Now there's 35 grams of sugar in there. You know, we're only supposed to have, I heard, something like a daily sugar intake of like 25 grams is what we're supposed to, like, healthy. That's like good, keep it at that level. I mean, a fucking can of pop is twice that. If you're drinking soda, is twice that amount in one can. So you drink a half a can of soda, that's all the sugar you're technically supposed to have that all day that would be good for you. So, I mean, no wonder why it's fucking hard in this country and we're having a epidemic of big people and obesity and diabetes and shit like that because that. I mean, fuck. That's why I don't drink a lot of pop anymore. And I sure as hell don't drink Diet. Diet's another thing. Diet's worse for you than anything. Really bad for your gut. And if you don't have a healthy gut, people, you can't fix anything else. This is just what I've been learning, okay? Branching out there, trying to find good information on this shit. And just trying to try some new things. Because the old ways, like when we grew up, aren't the same. Like when you grew up, we were talking about, I remember as a kid, you know, like, oh, you got to eat from all the basic food groups, you know, your fruits and vegetables, then you got your dairy and meat and blah, blah, blah. You got to have a little bit of something every day, and then it changes to cut out the carbs, only have protein, and then it goes into, no, you need carbs, oh, less sugar. It's like, okay, everybody's different, man. We're all fucking different. All I know is don't eat a shit ton of sugar, have high protein. I think that seems to be the goal. But you do need some carbs in there, man. Carbs are where you get a lot of energy from. But I'm not a health nut. Don't take it from me. I got a fucking gut. I'm not giving anybody any health advice, so don't get me wrong here. I'm trying to do research, and I'm trying to just be better at this stuff, you know, just a little healthier, you know, watching myself. And because I realized too, when I did this whole week, I've been cutting out all the sugars. Yeah, I feel better. I don't feel like a slug. I don't feel irritated. And I've got more energy. I'm more alert, because when you eat all that sugar and shit, you kind of put yourself into a fucking zombie mode where you're just like, and everything's fucking nothing. You know, you're just fucking crazy. So anyway, yeah, I'm trying to be more health conscious. To each his own, man. Whatever you got to do. You know, but at least, you know, what I'm doing is I'm at least trying something, you know. I'm going to give it a shot, see how it goes. It's not like a New Year's resolution, don't get me wrong. It's just something you notice after time. Why do I feel like shit? And then you kind of, let me figure a few things out. And you know your body. We all know how we feel. Anyway, I really am rambling this time. Fucking A. All right. We'll stop it there. So to wrap it up, guys. Yeah, Star Wars was huge. Good year for movies. I'm alive. That's beautiful. And I had a good day with my mother. She's a sweetheart. She's a sweetheart of a lady. Every man out there who has his mother, you know, it's fine. Love your mother, because you don't know, one day she may or not be there anymore, man. I know that sounds sad, but it means don't take her for granted, okay? That's all I can say about that. All right, everybody. Quick shout out to my buddies over at Everyday Geek. If you're listening to this podcast, check out Everyday Rants. Excuse me. My friends over there, Dave, he just started it, and I've been listening to it. It's good stuff. I like his opinions on things. Him and I see eye to eye on a lot of things, so I like to hear his points of views, and I know he likes to hear me, and he leaves me comments, so check out Everyday Rants. You can see him, follow them on SoundCloud, just like me. I'm following them, so if you click on my SoundCloud page to download this episode or any of my other Yaga Rambles episodes, you can find Everyday Rants. Also, they're on my YouTube page. You can find them through there. I'll leave a link on this for the YouTube channel in the description below if you guys want to check them out. Check them out. Digging it, guys. I like listening to podcasts. I love discussions, debates, points of views from different people. I think it's really great when we're out there and we can actually sit and talk instead of, you know, set the egos shit aside, and because when you actually talk to people, you find out so much more information about how to move forward and become a better person in that kind of stuff. And you find out so much more about yourself rather than just be like, hey, that's my way, not yours. And, you know, once you get your own fucking bullshit head out of your ass and listen and talk and just see different points of view, man, whole kinds of lights shed and doors open up, you know what I mean? So, all right, guys, that's it for now. Like, share, comment, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.